The Tao Te Ching Chapter 28. In the ancient text the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu we can see that each verse is an aspect and expression of a variety of concepts of non-dual philosophy. In this video series we will look at each chapter of the Tao Te Ching sequentially. If you've enjoyed the series so far, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. First, let's listen to this verse of the poem, as beautifully translated by Stephen Mitchell, and then be prepared to delve into its deeper meaning. The poem reads: Know the male, yet keep to the female. Receive the world in your arms. If you receive the world, the Tao will never leave you. And you will be like a little child. Know the white, yet keep to the black. Be a pattern for the world. If you are a pattern for the world, the Tao will be strong inside you. And there will be nothing you can't do. Know the personal, yet keep to the impersonal. Accept the world as it is. If you accept the world, the Tao will be luminous inside you. And you will return to your primal self. The world is formed from the void. Like utensils from a block of wood. The master knows the utensils, yet keeps to the block. Thus he can use all things. Embrace the appearance of duality. Know the male, yet keep to the female. This line doesn't refer to literal gender but represents contrasting forces or qualities like doing, male, and being, female. Lao Tzu is asking us to understand and acknowledge masculine qualities, assertiveness, strength, etc. But adhere to the complementary feminine qualities, receptivity, nurturing, etc. He emphasizes that through the receptive, yielding nature of the female, we can receive the world in our arms with openness and acceptance. In non-dual terms, even though Lao Tzu understands that ultimate reality is non-dual, he knows we're still presented with the world of 10,000 things. And he's highlighting the point that apparent opposites, such as male and female, are ultimately interdependent, and part of a unified whole. Return to innocence. By embracing the world with openness and acceptance, we align with the Tao, the underlying principle of the universe. Being like a little child suggests a state of innocence, wonder, and spontaneity, which are qualities associated with living in harmony with the Tao. From a non-dual perspective, a very young child hasn't yet learned how to differentiate between sights, sounds, and sensations. And therefore has a direct experience of life, without the conceptual mind labeling everything. To this child the boundaries between self and other are still a blur, and there is a very real sense of unity with all existence. Embrace the light and the dark. Similar to the first line, this advises understanding light or positive aspects, symbolized by white, but adhering to the dark or negative aspects, symbolized by black. Understand positive features, but also acknowledge the negative characteristics, maintaining balance by not neglecting the shadow aspects of existence. Understanding both the light and dark aspects of existence involves recognizing that all dualities are ultimately illusory. This recognition reflects a non-dual perspective, where one sees beyond concepts of good and bad, light and dark, without being attached to, or averse to, either aspect. Be a model for the world. If you are a pattern for the world, the Tao will be strong inside you. This advocates for us to be models of balance and harmony for others to emulate, living in alignment with the Tao, and inspiring others through example. This power of the Tao will be evident within us and we will be capable of more than we can imagine. Acting as a pattern for the world implies living in alignment with the underlying unity of existence, serving as a manifestation of the non-dual truth that everything is interdependent, and part of the same ultimate reality. Transcend the personal. Know the personal, yet keep to the impersonal. This line deals with the distinction between individual desires and the larger reality. The master recognizes personal needs, but also embraces the impersonal nature of things, the world as it exists, regardless of individual desires. By accepting the world as it is, we align with the flow of the Tao. This advises us to understand individual perspectives and experiences, but remain aligned with the impersonal nature of the universe. It encourages us to transcend ego-driven concerns and see the bigger picture. This understanding of both individual and cosmic perspectives reflects the non-dual insight that the sense of a separate self is ultimately an illusion, and that all experiences arise within the context of the undivided whole. Practice acceptance. This line, "Accept the world as it is," emphasizes the importance of accepting reality, without judgment or resistance, recognizing that everything unfolds according to the natural order. Embrace reality without judgment or resistance, acknowledging the innate harmony within things, and cultivating a sense of peace and equanimity. Accepting reality as it is, without resistance, aligns with the non-dual understanding that suffering arises from clinging to concepts of how things should be, rather than accepting the flux of our lives and the ever-changing nature of existence. Reconnect with our essence. By accepting reality as it is, we align with the Tao and reconnect with our essential nature, free from the illusions of ego and attachment. This alignment leads to an inner luminosity, symbolizing a deep sense of peace, clarity, and interconnectedness. Returning to our primal self suggests a reconnection with the fundamental essence or true nature that exists beyond the layers of conditioning and societal influences. It implies a state of returning to a more authentic and harmonious way of being, free from the constraints of ego and separation. In non-dual terms, through acceptance, we transcend the illusory sense of separation, and return to the realization of our oneness with ultimate reality. Recognize our origin. The world is formed from the void, like utensils from a block of wood. This metaphor highlights the idea that all forms and phenomena arise from the formless, underlying essence, the Tao. It illustrates that the diverse forms in the world arise from a single, undifferentiated source, the void, or the block. Just like various tools are created from a single block of wood, the world's diversity originates from a unified source. This is in line with the non-dual understanding that all forms arise from the formless, and that the apparent complexity of existence is ultimately a manifestation of the same underlying reality. Master life harmoniously. The line, "The master keeps to the block," suggests that while he may understand and utilize the various manifestations of the world, the utensils, he stays connected to the underlying essence, the block, or the Tao, from which they arise. He does this because he comprehends the possibilities within the block or the void. He understands and utilizes the various manifestations of existence while staying connected to its underlying unity. The message for us is that, if we can look at existence from the perspective of the void, we will be able to use all things, understanding the inherent potential within everything that life offers us. Summary. Verse 28 of Stephen Mitchell's translation of the Tao Te Ching advises embracing balance between opposing forces, such as masculine and feminine energies, light and dark aspects of existence, and personal perspectives versus the impersonal nature of reality. By accepting the world with openness and understanding, aligning with the underlying unity of existence, and transcending ego-driven concerns, we can tap into the limitless potential of the primal essence of the universe, the Tao. The takeaway message. If you take one message from this verse, it is this: embrace the natural, primal flow of existence, to tap into the boundless potential of the Tao. If we can grasp the full implications of this message, we will be able to access the creative potential within the block of wood, the void, and harness the limitless power and wisdom of the Tao to live a more harmonious existence and navigate life's challenges with ease. Thanks for watching.